Be honest. How many goals did you set this year? And how many did you actually finish? If you're tired of getting hyped in January and humbled by March, this video right here is your reset. Today I'm going to show you the exact way I plan goals so they actually happen. Without motivation, without wishful thinking, and without, I'll start Monday. This is the same method I used in the Navy to take talented guys who were stuck and give them direction. And it's the same method I use now in business, fatherhood, fitness, and everything. And I'm warning you, this is not a vision board video. It's a results video. Hey, let me tell you a quick story. When I was in the Navy, I had a guy on my team. He was a good dude, talented, hard worker, good intentions, but he was drifting. And the weird thing is from the outside, he looked fine. He showed up, did the work, but you could tell he didn't have a target. And as a leader, I learned something that changed everything for me. Most people don't fail because they lack intent. They fail because they lack direction. So I sat him down and I asked him a question most people never ask themselves. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And at first, he gave me the typical answer, kind of vague, kind of safe. So I pushed him a little bit. No, specifically, what job do you want? What life? What skills? What body? What money? Even what mission? And once we got clarity, we reverse engineered it. We broke it into milestones. Then we broke it into daily actions. And when he had daily actions, he stopped drifting because now he had a direction. And that's the whole point of this video. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you don't build a system, you're not setting goals, you're just writing down wishes. And wishes don't survive stress. Wishes don't survive kids, a job, bills, sickness, distractions, depression, anxiety, or a bad week. But systems do. And right now, I'm going to cover the 4 steps that can help you set your goals and execute them properly. So step 1 is identity. Because if your identity doesn't change, your results won't either. Most people try to set goals like, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to make more money. I want a better marriage. Cool. But the better question is who do I need to become to make that inevitable? Because your outcomes are a reflection of your standards. And so here's what you do. Write this down. Identity statement. In 2026, I'm the type of man who blank. And so some examples here is I'm the type of man who trains no matter what. I'm the type of man who keeps promises. I'm the type of man who leads my family with structure. It could even be I'm the type of man who handles money like an adult. And listen, this part matters. So pick one identity, not 10, one. Because if you try to become 10 new men at once, you become none. All right, step 2 is mission targets. Most people overload their plan and then wonder why they quit. So here's the rule. Pick 3 goals. That's it. 1 body goal, 1 business or a money goal, and then 1 relationship, could be spiritual or family goal. Now make them measurable. Don't say, I want to get in shape. Say, I want to train 4 times a week for 45 minutes and hit 180 pounds by June 30th. Don't say, I want to make more money. Say, I want to add $3,000 a month in recurring revenue by May 31st. Don't say, I want a better marriage. Say, I want to do 1 date night a week and a 10-minute nightly check-in. Clarity creates power. And here's the filter question. If I only hit these 3 goals, would 2026 be a win? If yes, let's lock in. All right, step 3 is systems. This is where people separate. And goals don't happen from hype. They happen because your calendar forces them to happen. So I want you to think in weekly standards, not daily motivation. And here's the Tactical Mind way to do it. You create a weekly scorecard. For example, for your body standards, you might say train 4 days a week or 10,000 steps in 5 days. You could even set a protein target for how much daily consumption. If you go into your money standards or business, you could say 5 follow-up calls per day or 10 warm outreach messages per day, even 2 hours per day building your offer or system. And into relationship standards, we could say 1 date night a week, Sunday planning with your wife, and even 10-minute connections every single night, just time to talk to her. Now listen closely. If it's not scheduled, it's not real. So you need to block time like a grown man. Training goes on the calendar. Planning goes on the calendar. Family time even goes on the calendar. Outreach to clients, it all goes on the calendar. Because what gets protected gets done. And finally, step 4 is accountability. And this is where I'm going to offend some people. If you don't review your goals weekly, you don't actually care. You care about the idea of being disciplined, not the reality. So here's the play. Every Sunday, you do a 20-minute AAR, which is after action review. We did this in the military. It works in life too. So ask 3 questions. What did I do right this week? What did I do wrong this week? And what will I do different next week? And then you score yourself. Simple. With my body, 0 to 10. Money, 0 to 10. Relationships, 0 to 10. If you're a 4 in money, don't lie, fix it. And if you keep missing, it's not because you're broken, it's because your system is broken. Adjust the system, not your self-worth. Now that we covered the 4 steps, let me give you the 3 killers that destroy goals. So number 1, you try to do it alone. If you don't have accountability, your excuses will negotiate you out of greatness. Number 2, you depend on motivation. And motivation is a liar. Systems don't care how you feel. Number 3, you set fantasy goals with no structure. If you want a new life, you need new habits, a new environment, and new standards. This is why I'm so intense about brotherhood and community, because you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. And here's what I want you to do. Starting today, for the next 7 days, pick one standard, just one, and prove it to yourself. One standard, 7 days, simple. It could be wake up at the same time every single day, train for 30 minutes, no sugar, maybe 10 sales outreach calls, or 10 minutes of prayer or daily reading. Maybe it's a nightly marriage check-in. Don't try to win the year in one day. Win the day 7 times in a row. And that's how you rebuild your identity. Now, if you want help building your 2026 plan into a system that you can't escape, drop in the comments that says 2026 and tell me your 3 targets, your body, money, and relationship. And if you want to do this with accountability inside the Tactical Mind world, then I'll put the next steps in the description. Because raw action creates results. And in 2026, we're done talking, we're executing.